The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At the guard position, Isaiah Cannon. Starting at power forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 00, Aaron Gordon. At the point guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 4, Elfrid Payton. Number 12, forward 6'9" from Tennessee, Tobias Harris. Number 5, guard 6'4" from Indiana, Victor Oladipo. Number 9, center from USC, Nick Vucevic. Your home team head coach is Scott Skiles. Once again, go Orlando Magic!
Live from Orlando, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Magic at Amway Center. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And, of course, Timothy Mozgov. He won't be an option for them.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps him right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long term.
Well, you know, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right, but we'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Cannon. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's LeBron in at the power forward position.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Jacks up a three, and he gets the bucket.
LeBron James.
LeBron's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
The dish to Payton. Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. They set the pick. Feeds it to Gordon. 5 on the clock, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the inside, O'Neal, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Payton outside. Back to Gordon. To the middle. Here's Harris. Here's Vucevic. No good off the back of the rim. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And that one's good. Shumpert.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Isaiah Cannon.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Harris misses. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And good on the basket. Book it.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this. And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. And that one's good. Shumpert.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high-flying, but just as potent and as effective.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And I really think, Greg, they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Shoots. That's good from Harris. And the assist by Payton. Harris has got his first points in this one. Williams kicks to Jordan. And another three for Cleveland.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
The Magic trail by 14. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Skiles. And Doris, what did he have to say?
I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about. And he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
Thank you, Doris. And here is Payton following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Thompson with the ball. Rodman's shot is off.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Gordon. Fournier's checked in for Harris. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for the Cavaliers. Miller comes in for Williams.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away. What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Rodman kicks to Thompson. Back to Rodman. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Rodman's got his first 2 points of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Cleveland leading by 15. The drive by Jordan. A quick shot there, and it's off target. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Napier kicks to Oladipo. Down low, Smith, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch. And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
They get a hand on it. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Misses the slam off the fast break.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
It's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got O'Neal. LeBron James is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Mo Williams, and it's Smith in at the 2.
You know, it was a bit of a roller coaster year for Mo Williams. I mean, he had that 50-point breakout game, but then later traded away to the Hornets.
Fry with the ball. He's picked up by James. Here's Fournier. He had 13 points in the win against Phoenix. Hits it from three-point range. Fournier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Well, and of course, Mo Williams, Clark, shipped to the Hornets for their playoff push and helped out there.
I thought overall, Kevin, Mo had a really strong year given his age. Probably his most productive season since his early 20s.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The shot's good from Smith.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Timeout. Timeout.
Start it.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
For the Magic, Vucevic, he's checked in for Nicholson. Tobias Harris comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Peyton in for Shabazz Napier. Then for the Cavaliers, Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Williams. Now here's Peyton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Vucevic, and Shumpert pulls it down.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Vucevic against James. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offense. He's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display on that possession.
And here's Fry from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one break for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Cannon kicks to James. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Good. Shaq's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Now here's Peyton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And he gets it to go.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise. And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
For the Magic, Smith checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Hezonja. Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. High, arcing shot. Good D by Thompson.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the rush.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Here's Oladipo, following the score by Tayshaun Prince. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and nothing is falling for him right now. And stolen by Gordon. Nice shot by Smith.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here's Thompson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And the shot is good.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Oladipo against Jordan. Oladipo goes in. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
And here's Prince outside. Cleveland gets it back from deep. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And that's Prince at time on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight. The Cavaliers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Nicholson's checked in for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for Payton. Cleveland also making some changes. Smith comes in for Tayshaun Prince. And it's Williams in for Andre Miller.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
No good on the second free throw. Here's Fournier. Poked away. It's taken away by Smith. No good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cleveland ahead, just dominating this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing? And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back, everybody. 3rd quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. 13 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. And it's Harris in at the small forward. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half with.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
Now, here's Oladipo. Back to Payton. All alone. That's good. Payton's got the first field goal of the second half for Orlando. Cleveland controlling the game. Toward the end of the year, the Magic saw leaps from Oladipo and from Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, I like those 2 young guys, Kevin, but it's hard to compete in the NBA without a top 20 scorer. The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the move. Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Cannon dishes to James. Passes to Dellavedova. Takes the 3. No luck. Nice D from Oladipo. There's the feed to Cannon. Cleveland moving the ball around. James outside. Back to Shumpert. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Oladipo. Payton outside. There's a good screen. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Fresh from a win against Portland.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
Shaq passes to Shumpert. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Shumpert's got 13.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range. And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Matthew Dellavedova.
The Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Payton outside. Out to Harris. Wide open. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Cannon kicks to LeBron. Look at that jam.
Wow.
That is just beautiful. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Said that, huh? Here's Cannon after the made shot from Victor Oladipo and finished off by LeBron.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Payton outside, dishes it to Gordon. Payton right side, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but it came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Harris. And Fournier subbed in for Oladipo. Here's Fournier, and the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. Dennis Rodman picks one up.
And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be getting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And watching Evan Fournier He's an intriguing two-guard prospect. Saw his minutes, Greg, spike last season after getting traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he finally had the chance to get in and prove himself. Had a few strong outings in the second half of last year.
Napier, he's checked in for the Magic. Now here's Jordan. 13 points in the game, and he gets the bucket.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Magic have gone an even 50% to the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
Boy, I like the height that Evan Fournier has as a two-guard. I mean, he doesn't have the lateral quickness that you'd like to see in that position, but as he gains strength, I think he should at least be capable and competent on the defensive end.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And it's Napier missing.
And back to Fournier, his real upside is on offense. Streaky three-point shooter, a crafty ball handler, and good vision from a passing standpoint. He just needs time on the floor and to continue to keep developing.
Here's Napier, covered by Miller. Napier passes to Nicholson. Fades back, and that's off the glass and in. Nicholson's got his first bucket in this one.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cleveland ahead, delivering the blowout. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center.
Check it out.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland, Dennis Rodman is out there with Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Mo Williams. Then it's Thompson. Orlando with the ball. Mo Williams unable to get his shot to go. And Azania gets it to go.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Outside Williams. Outside Rodman. From deep, Prince. And that one's good.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Here's Napier. And it's blocked. Oh, and here comes Williams all alone. Here's Prince.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Shaq's checked in for Rodman. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Prince. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And 12 points for Prince.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And the Magic shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. They get a hand on it. Pulls it from 20 and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
And both free throws good for Frye. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, standing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
And so here's Cleveland. It's Prince on the wing. Down low. Here's Shaq. And the layup falls.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Here's Azania following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. Pass to Marble. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That's on Shaq. Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Smith. And Cleveland also making a change. James is checked in.
That's his first personal foul.
And here are the Cavaliers now. And it's off from three-point range.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
Here's Hezonja. Shot clock at 6. Corner shot. And that misses badly. Air ball. LeBron outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Fires for 3. And the rejection by James.
Still Magic ball.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Cavaliers.
J.R. Smith. Cavaliers timeout.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
And stolen by Miller. Ahead, it's deflected. They retain possession. From deep three-point range, and J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Magic have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Hezonja. That one a little long.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Here's Hezonja. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Marble, guarded by Prince. In the corner, Napier with it. Releases. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And by making sharp in-game adjustments, they've really taken control of this season series, guys. This win tonight will move their record to 2-0 with 2 left to play against the Magic.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for LeBron James. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Napier. 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Lasagna's shot is off.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Miller with a wide open look. No good on the triple. On offense, here are the Magic. Here's Marble. Finished off the break.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
LeBron James on the wing. It's Prince on the wing. The pass to James. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Off on that one. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.